Hey guys, so as you can see by the title, I'm trying to figure out where I'm looking. By the title of the video, or this stream, I should say, this live, whatever the terminology is. Today we're going over most and least expensive properties sold in Valley Stream for the month of December 2022. Okay, so here we go. We're starting with the least expensive because that's what's in front of the screen right now. So sold for 470,000, and it's 4 bedrooms, one full bath, one half bath, 6,200 square feet lot size, 1,500 square feet interior. Okay, I guess it sold for $1,000 over asking, and it was listed on October 27th, and it went under contract December 2nd. So it took a little bit of time, but not so long. I would say like a little over a month. Really? Okay, so let's see what it looks like inside. That's the fun part. Okay, so sorry. Give me a minute here to make arrangements on my in my little studio here. Don't mind me, okay? Okay, so this is what it looks like outside. Outside, inside. Kitchen looks doable, right? Comment down below if this kitchen is doable for y'all, because that's a lot of countertop space for New York. Yeah, and a lot of cabinets too, which is cool. I mean, it looks like it needs some work, because if it didn't, it would sell for more, right? So obviously work needs to be done on this property. But for the size, not bad. Create what you need to create in here. You know? Yeah, it needs some significant work done. Not like you have to gut it, but, you know, repairs definitely have to be made. Okay. Ooh. I mean, it's looking a little trashed, but for the price point, can be expected. Okay. Actually, before we get there, I think it's important to kind of show you guys like the stats in terms of overall in Valley Stream, right? That's super important. Just so you guys know what's being sold on average for the average price point, so that you guys can kind of be a judge of, well, not really kind of be a judge, but you can look alongside me with the data, because, you know, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. And I always like to lead from a place of numbers, because that is what makes most sense. It helps us all kind of be on the same page in terms of what we're looking for and if it's realistic. That's just how I like to operate, because yeah, Valley Stream. Boo, 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 boo. Okay. Okay. All right. So, oh, I wonder how I can show you guys. Give me a few seconds here. Good thing I can like edit this out, you know? Okay. Okay. Okay, that is not really that important, right? Let me see how it... Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, so sold properties in Valley Stream for the month of December 2022, and it goes back, it's going to show us how it's looked like for the last 3 Decembers. So December 2020, December 2021, December 2022. Okay, so in Valley Stream, what's considered North Valley Stream and Valley Stream proper. So on average, you're looking at residential homes that were sold for $640 in the month of December. So if you look at this chart right here, since January, like, it's been going up. Okay. Now prior, yeah, like it's just been going up, y'all, even since last year. Like last year you probably would have got you a better deal, 590, 545 last January. Like, well, sorry, not last year, because we're in 2023 now. Okay. Who's to say what the market will do? But it's definitely been in an uptrend for Valley Stream. So 640 on average is what residential homes are being sold for. So right now there's 84 homes in North Valley Stream and Valley Stream proper that's currently on the market right now with a current median price at $649. So it's not too far off from what it's being sold on average. These sellers are probably willing to negotiate, but it looks like it's been going up. So again, let's see what has been sold in the month of December 2022. So like I said, this property is a 1-family property, sold for $470. So this is relatively a great deal that was sold on the market in December 2022. Obviously it needed work, because on average we're looking at $640. So if we're looking at something that is available for $470, that is going to need significant work. They're not gonna if it was in good condition, they would sell it for market value, because why not? On average they were selling it for $640 in that month. So stayed on the market again, like I said, a little over a month. 36 days. Okay. 10,000 in taxes. 4 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 8 total rooms. Again, pretty spacious house for 1,500 square feet interior. All right. Needed some work, but hey, that's the name of the game. Okay. So now we're looking at another, hold on, let me just quickly scroll through this, because I prepared this like a while back ago, and I just want to make sure. Okay. So this is a little out of order. Okay. Okay, so the next one sold for $520. Okay, so again, a 1-family, 3-bed, 2-bath. For 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, $520, which is $120,000 under average. Good deal. 1,300 square feet, 12,000, almost 13,000 in taxes. Okay, and it does not reflect star exemption. So they do state that it does need a little work. Again, we're looking at a property that was sold well below market value, or well below what homes are statistically being sold for in the month of December 2022 in Valley Stream. So we have to understand that for the area, for this price point, something is up with it. Because if it was in perfect condition, let me tell you, it would have sold for that $640. Numbers don't lie. Okay, so let's see what it looks like inside. It has a beautiful front. They took great pictures. I see something along the wall. Y'all probably won't see it. Okay, but it's carpeted. It's not horrible like the other house we just saw. Again, it's priced above the other house we just saw at 470. This is 520. So we're looking at about like 50K. Yeah, 50K difference. $50,000 difference. Okay, so you see what's alongside the wall is giving, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Again, you're going to need a home inspection to make sure of everything. But it doesn't, from what I can see here, it does not look like something that you can't like use Mr. Magic cleaner, erase cleaner to take off or repaint the walls. It doesn't look like a whole bunch of work. There's a fireplace, which is cool. It's a cool feature. Wallpaper on the wall. I mean, for the price point, I don't think it's going to be that expensive to remove and redo the wall. So, again, not so much work. 1,300 square feet is kind of small. So for some people, it could be big depending on the size of the family, right? Kitchen is outdated. Obviously, we know we're not getting a fully renovated home, well below what homes are selling for on average, right? So, yeah. I mean, it looks clean, so you most likely can move into it right away if you're tight on cash and couldn't renovate it right away. Like, it looks clean from here. Obviously, if you were to get a property similar to this, you would want to make sure it's cleaned up as much as possible. Since if you're tight on budget and you couldn't renovate right away, just ensure it is clean enough for you guys to eat, you and whoever else is moving in with you. But it's livable. Like, it's livable. Okay. But yeah, most of my clients that I work with, they would want it to be renovated. So, it comes with extra funds. But if you're looking to not pay so much in a house price and you were able to afford renovations, this is what we're looking at in price points. Okay? I mean, look, it depends on your budget. Budget for a house, budget for renovations, budget for furniture, budget for location, a lot of different factors to consider. Bathroom. I mean, we knew it was going to be outdated, right? Like, what is this room? Yeah, that bathroom. That bathroom is okay. There's some wallpaper there I see. But I know some people are going to be upset with that sink and the bathtub. Trying to figure out what this room is. I wonder if this is attached to the kitchen on the other side or something. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly where this part of the house is. But yeah, wood walls. Kind of old. It's giving old. Or it's giving outdated. Let me not say old. So this kitchen, yeah, a lot of people would want to redo this. Again, clean it up good and it's livable until you can afford to do renovations, if you couldn't afford to do renovations right away, right? Again, this house sold for $520,000. So if an average home in December was selling, a residential property was selling in Valley Stream in December 2022, you were looking at $640,000. So that is going to be a different condition, different conditioned house in terms of if it's poor condition to diamond condition. This is well below what was selling median wise, or on average. Technically, they're not the two same terms, but just to make things easier here, okay. Basically, what was selling in middle of range, you're looking at $640,000. So if they sold it for less than $640,000, obviously something was up with the property, and it looks like the condition was that it looks well maintained for the most part, but definitely outdated. Right. Outdated. Some tiles are missing. Like, you're going to have to redo some things. It does need some work. So this is what it looks like in terms of the, what do you call it? Floor plan. So, yeah. There you go. So that was in Valley Stream. Originally, they put it on the market for $549. So that wasn't working. But they still sold it for less than a month. So obviously, the seller was trying to be realistic with the market, wanted to get his property sold. Still a very good deal. It does need some work. So the seller was willing to, take... What was that? 29, looks like 29,000. I'm slow at mental math. Don't judge me. But it looks like $29,000 they took off. And again, they listed it on September 8th. Went under contract October 4th. And it closed December 14th. So 3 months. 3 months to close. From listing to close. Okay? All right. So let me look for the next property so within that budget. Trying to do this in order. Since we already started with like the least expensive. So we gotta keep going on up. So we just sold that. Sorry guys. Okay. Here is the most least expensive. The most least expensive home sold in Valley Stream. Again, it's another one, single family home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, $12,000 in taxes. Okay, $530,000, well below what's sold on average. If you remember, $640,000. Okay, so if this house was, would have probably sold for less back in 2020. Okay. That's what, on average, homes were selling for in 2020. Okay, so that's why I always tell clients, look, who's to say what happens next year? You want to hold off, but it's like, look what happened in the pandemic. And that was nationwide. Everybody went bonkers. Prices went up everywhere for housing. So to say from 2020 to 2022, prices of properties in Valley Stream went up by 100K. 100K. No, sorry, from 2020 to 2022, 2 years, 100K, 50K each year. So unless your income is going up by 50K each year, I do not recommend holding off, because these house prices are going up, and what you qualify for this year, you may not get the same even equivalent house you're looking at right now that you don't like for that same price next year. That price might go up. Okay? All right? I'm just saying. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. So 4-bed, 2-bath, lot size is at 7,000. It went on the market July 3rd, the day before Independence Day. Went under contract September 22nd, and they closed Christmas Eve. Wow, a lot of holidays going on for this house. So originally they listed it for $630, aka they tried it. Obviously the seller, was just like, he's not trying to hold up the market or jack anybody up. He was willing to be reasonable. $530. Do not blame him. Thought he could get out on average, right? $630, but let's see what this house looks like. Let us see what this house looks like, because it's like, dang, what happened, sir? So let's see. Already, it's a little outdated. Okay, like, why did you list it if it's so high? $630. You thought somebody was. Anywho, I'm not judging, but I'm glad the seller recognized that it listed way too high and it took $100,000 price jump cut. Like, yeah. My opinion. What y'all think? I mean, at least the seller was willing to understand his mistakes. Okay? His or her mistakes. Because I don't want to put a gender on somebody I don't even know. Okay? All right, so it's on the market for 81 days because, again, they started off a little bit too high, a little bit too crazy. And they was really, you know, they was testing the market, but they got it sold eventually. It went under contract like 2 months later. A little over 2 months, almost 3 months. Yeah, it's almost 3 months because 81 days. Yeah, what am I talking about? So, yeah. Again, though, you have to be a buyer who is willing to do the work to update the property to make sure that you can get that market value when it is your turn to sell, right? Okay, so moving on. Okay, so that's the most expensive. So we're not gonna look at that right now. Just looked at that. Just make sure. Okay, so then this is the most expensive property sold in Valley Stream in the month of December 2022. Okay, we're looking at 3 beds, 1 full bath, 1 half bath, 10,000 in taxes. It says it's in Green Acre Estates, okay, Millbrook Community, Valley Stream. If you are familiar with Valley Stream, then you're familiar with the area. I guess they're trying to highlight it because it's a area some people want to be in. Okay, so they're saying this property is immaculately kept. So they're saying this house is spotless, flawless. Well, as flawless as houses can be, right? Because there's no perfect house. But they're basically saying they've been maintaining this house. This house is nice. It's definitely worth the money because guess what? They sold it for $770,000. All right, let me see the stats because I'm trying to understand. Okay, they have an attic, but it's unfinished. They have a finished basement. Don't know if it's full. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, so it went on the market October 2nd. Stop playing. And went under contract literally before the end of the month. They knew what they had. And that's why they sold it for $770,000. Okay, that's well above market. What's going on in the middle range for properties in Valley Stream, right? So they sold over asking at like $1. Literally. I like $1. Don't let these numbers like 769 at 770. Okay, $1. Okay, but still, it sold quick. Okay, and it has 3 bedrooms. Lot size is 4,750. It's not that much bigger than the average lot size of Queens. Actually, Queens, depending on average, is like 20 by 100. But if you're like in Queens Village, Springfield Gardens, Rosedale, Laurelton, on average they're like 40 by 100 lots. Cambria Heights, yeah, 40 by 100. Some could be a little bit bigger, but that's more rare. But yeah, like this is a little bit bigger than that. Like, but this is pretty small for Long Island. But it's still pretty big. It's almost 5,000 square feet. So yeah, 770,000. Okay, and it took less than a month. So they knew what they had. So this is the living room. Okay, look at that. Like, it's giving updated. Okay, y'all talking about y'all want a fully renovated home with some space. Look at that. Is that a foyer? Like this is like their foyer. What do you call that area? It's like a sitting area. I love the decor and it like these neutral tones. I just loved how they did their like design in there. The stairs, modern, is giving modern. Okay, the dining table, I like it. Okay, I like it. So they've definitely been taking care of this property. Kitchen with the dining area and another sitting area, it looks like. Okay, that is a gorgeous kitchen. Let's see if we, okay, that's the powder room. So this is like the sitting room we were looking at 2 pictures back. Yeah, like back here. That's what it looks like. Okay, so it's decent size. Looks like the living room. To some patios to the backyard. Patio doors to the backyard. Yep, living room has TV in there. Okay, that looks like a bathroom. I think that's the full-size bathroom. So there's one full-size bathroom, one half bathroom. So we saw the powder room, the half bathroom, and now this is the full-size bathroom. Okay, shower is definitely modern. It's giving modern. Some people might not like this. I do realize people love their bathtubs, but depending on if there's space in the bathroom, you can always change this out for a bathtub, depending on the space. So it's not an end all be all. I know for the price point, it's like, but you don't have to worry about other upgrades. With the other properties we looked at, like seeing how the house was looking, that is an indication that the electrical probably needed to be updated. The plumbing could possibly have some issues. So you need to check those pipes, right? So there's things behind the walls where it's just like you don't see it, but trust me, that money adds up. So it would need work to be done in order to get it to proper, like, update, right? So it's not just about the aesthetics, the looks, right? There's things behind the walls to make sure the house is functioning. And if you're going to pay for that, it needs to be, at the level of price point. You get what you pay for, period. That's just life. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, so we're looking at the bedroom, which looks nice. Okay, wait, hold up. I think it has 2 full-size bathrooms. Yes, because look at this. I like this. Again, you can swap out for a bathtub. That definitely is enough space. You can put a bathtub in there. Okay, but I would take it as is. But that's just me. Bedroom sizes are really decent. Okay, those 3 bedrooms were really good size. Basement finished. That looks like the basement bedroom. So look, they have like a sitting area in this basement and a bedroom area. Whoa. 2 beds in there? No wonder it's sold for what it. Okay, washer dryer. Backyard. Okay, it's nice. Like, in and out is nice. I like what they did with this house. Yo. That is the least most expensive property sold in Valley Stream for the month of December 2022. So if you are looking to get a property similar to this, please understand what you're going to have to pay for that. Okay? All right, moving right along. Okay, so this is a 2-family, $789. Not bad, okay? If you are an investor, first-time home buyer who's looking to buy a multifamily in the boroughs, you already know. Detached 2-family in decent condition, not going for that. Not $789. But then again, these taxes in Valley Stream compensate for that. So you're looking at almost $12,000 in taxes, but it's still not bad considering that we saw single family homes with that much in taxes. Okay. Price point not as high. Hold on, let's see the last house that we just looked at. $10,000 in taxes. But guess what? Single family. This is a 2-family for $12,000. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. So went on the market September 21st. Literally less than a month later. Went under contract. Closed 2 days after Christmas. Okay. Never wavered on the price. The price is what it was. And sold for that. Period. So let's see what it looks like inside. It has its own detached driveway. Private driveway. Okay. Brick veneer, vinyl siding. Okay, this is it looks like the first floor. Hardwood floors. It's not bad inside. Like, for the price point, okay. I mean, it's gonna be outdated. $789 for a 2-family. Something is and it's in Valley Stream. I'm just saying, they could have got higher if they waited, most likely. But this seller looked like he or she was trying to be in or out. Period. He, she, they. Like, please. Just understand, I'm just trying to get this information out. Do not kill me, okay? Like, I'm just trying to be consistent here. I'm just trying to be politically correct. I don't know who the seller is. I'm just showing y'all some data. Okay, anywho, sorry, I go off tangents. So this kitchen is gonna be outdated. Look at the price point. If you know multi-unit investors in Queens, for example, $789, you're looking at either fully attached with a 5-bedroom. Come on, need some work. Maybe some tenants are in there. It's definitely not going to be detached. Please believe, even in Jamaica, okay, even in Jamaica, it's going for more than that. So if you know, you know. Okay, this bedroom size is not bad. You can walk all around it, and they got a chair in the corner and some furniture pieces, and they got closets. Stop, don't play with them. Bathroom is outdated. That's to be expected. Okay, so this is the other unit. So it's vacant. We can see it a little better. Obviously outdated with the price point. We have to understand that. Wood floors, but definitely needs to have some love put on there. Some serum, some waxing, some buffing, some love. Okay, some love. Kitchen is outdated. It is what it is, but it looks clean. It looks livable. It looks usable. Okay. I'm telling you right now, a tenant is going to rent that in New York. If you know, you know, comment down below. Housing, if it's priced right, a tenant is going to rent it. If it is priced right. That is if the owner can afford it depending on how they mortgage this. Depending on how they mortgage this. Now, I will say this. Let's see. Yeah, it's in pretty decent condition. Just a little outdated. Which is to be expected. Okay, so this is the basement. Basement is spacious. Ceilings look decent. I'm not sure it's a picture, so it could be taller than, it could be high, it could be low, but it looks good. It looks like people was chilling down there. Okay. It's a basement. Obviously, it's not legal to rent, but the way the laws are changing right now for housing, New York government is literally trying to convert these basements into rentable units, because again, housing is short, mama, papa. It is short. It is low. So, you know, certain laws are going to change to account for housing, because at the end of the day, people need places to be at. That is not going to be like in New York. I don't see where they're going to be able, even if they wanted to do those like 3D printed houses. There's so many laws, so many permits, so many things that just have to make sure that that would be a solid structure. And again, you have to think about at what cost are you going to get vacant land so you can build these. I mean, it would be cheaper than full construction, but there's not enough vacant land that can be sold at affordable prices that you can just totally build a new property. Like, people would rather buy an existing structure than have to buy that vacant land, because some people are kind of crazy in how they're selling this vacant land. Not that they're crazy, but it's like, geez, you selling it for almost how much these houses are going for. Like, so you might as well buy a house with existing land with existing structure on it versus buying vacant land and then really trying to build a new. I would do a different video on that a different day. But again, houses just doesn't go out of style in New York. You know, you're going to get older for what you're paying in a different state. But then again, what are you doing in that different state? Can you really go outside of your house at 11 p.m. to go to the bodega, go out clubbing, go out for dinners with friends last minute, entertainment, like, you know, even if you're going at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, to live in Manhattan or to be able to like Valley Stream, if you take like the LIR, it's probably like 30 minutes from the city. 30 minutes from the city, take an LIR, and you can literally, all the world's top restaurants are there. And there's so many eaters. Queens, they have so many restaurant spots. Brooklyn, okay, you already know about Brooklyn. Brooklyn just got a lot of everything, okay? Westchester County, they have some cute spots out there too. Okay, Nassau County, they got their cute spots out there too. Some people will disagree with me, but Bronx, they have their little spots too. Manhattan, definitely. Staten Island, I've been around there. You know, it's close to every. If you want to be the mix, okay, you just know what you got to pay for to be in New York. Period. Sorry, I went off on a tangent, but yeah, depending on what the landlord finances this property for depends on how much they can rent the other unit for. So that's a rental unit that can go for Section 8, for example. If a landlord wanted to make sure of their guaranteed money, hit me up if you are a landlord and you have questions in terms of what you can get for rent and the different types of tenants you can get. Everybody has a stigma about program tenants. However, how I process tenants for my landlord clients, I make sure I get as much information from both cash and program tenants. And because, just want to make sure that we're looking out for you, Mr. Landlord, because at the end of the day, if you're not able to pay your mortgage, how are you able to pay the maintenance, the repairs, and so on and so forth if you're not collecting rent? So I try to make sure I get as much information, make sure you're getting a good tenant. And in return, you're getting a tenant that's going to make their payments. In return of them giving you payment, you're going to be a great landlord, or you are already a great landlord, and make sure they're provided with a good roof over their head. But again, it is a cyclical cycle. So I like to make sure working with two good parties and having a win-win situation. Anywho, another tangent, forget about it. But if you are a landlord who have more questions, hit me up. But for example, Section 8 they're saying 5 bedrooms. So depending if you renting the 3-bedroom or the 2-bedroom, right? 3-bedroom for Section 8 right now, with all utilities included, is around $3,188. I do say Section 8 because Valley Stream is in Long Island and they can only accept a certain amount of vouchers. There is another voucher program that I also highly recommend to landlords, which is City FEPS. That also pays similar to what I'm talking about, but because this is in Long Island, it does not qualify for City FEPS. But there's a bunch of different programs. But just to make things simple, like I said, Section 8 is giving out $3,188 per month for a 3-bed, 1-bath, okay, with all utilities included. $2,912 for no utilities included, so just water, right? So the tenant has to pay heat, cooking gas, and electric. So they're giving out $2,912. So you can get that if you get a program tenant. If you get a cash tenant, now that's going to be different because they're cash tenants. They're typically going to look at other properties or other apartments that are sold. They're, because there's a lot more inventory for them per se. Don't get me started. We're not supposed to discriminate, but a lot of landlords end up choosing cash tenants. And I want to be completely honest in terms of what cash tenants are willing to pay for and what you'll be able to get out of cash tenants. With cash tenants, you're looking at, for what that is looking like, maybe $2,400, $2,500, $2,700 is pushing it considering the condition of what it's looking like. But the program is definitely 10 times out of 10 giving that out, disregarding how updated this is looking. So for a landlord like this, I would definitely highly recommend taking a program tenant that will pay this rent on time. Well, not necessarily on time. The city does have its issues, but you definitely know it's coming. You get what I'm saying? It is definitely coming. Pandemic has showed us, a lot of landlords, I should say, these tenants do not have to pay rent if the government says they have to stay home because they can't go to work. And even if they are working, because we also saw that too, they didn't have to pay rent. As long as they can say, hey, pandemic, I can't go to work, it's hard for me to pay my rent. New York is a tenant-friendly state. They're going to make it easier for them to not pay the rent. Okay? Anywho, I am going off on so many tangents. I can go over that stuff if you have any more questions regarding that. Landlords and future buyers who are looking to become landlords, hit me up for that. That I can do a separate video on. I'm the realtor who would present all applications to a landlord and let a landlord make that final decision. So basically, yeah, cash tenants, if you really want a good paying tenant, you have to be more flexible because they're coming out of pocket every month with that money, versus a program tenant who, unfortunately, there's not a lot of landlords who would accept them. due to a lot of stigmas that I personally try to overcome. So that's why I make sure I collect as much information as possible, because I do get it and you want to protect your property. But there are good families who are on these programs who want to make sure they're doing good by their family, you know, and making sure their family can progress. So we all know there's some bad apple cash tenants, bad apple program tenants. And I do my best to find good apples from everywhere, from as many different places. And I present that to you. You make the final decision, Mr. Landlord, Mr. and Mrs. Landlord. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's always the landlord's choice as to who they choose as a tenant. And that's that, especially if they have multiple applications. Like, they're going to choose the best of the bunch, period. And as they should, because they need to protect their property. Y'all don't know what the eviction law in courts is looking crazy. So, you know, landlord got to do what's best for their investment, because they also have their own families to look out for. So anywho, again, that's what's sold in Valley Stream. $789,000 for a 2-family, which is a pretty good deal for a 2-family. Okay. But again, if you have any more questions regarding multifamily investing or being a landlord, please give me a call. Hit me up. I got you. I can answer any questions. Okay. Now, this is the most expensive property sold in Valley Stream. Okay. For $995,000, single family. So we just saw a 2-family sold for $789,000. That was giving a little outdated. This picture, from my experience of looking at listings, it's looking like it's modern. Okay. Like it's updated. So the taxes are almost $14,000 a year. That's somebody's salary. Anywho, I digress. So the lot size is, I will say this though, for Long Island though, these are pretty low taxes. So you have to be prepared for that. This is included as a part of your mortgage. Now, just to be crystal clear, because some people do not understand this, because something like this would sell for well over $1 million in, say, for example, Queens or the Bronx. Okay, it's 6,000 square foot lot size, 5-bed, 4-bath. Trust me, is going way over $1 million. Okay, and the reason why is because the taxes are lower in the cities, in the boroughs. Okay, so in like I was saying, in addition to this price that you pay for mortgage, so this is paid over a span of 30 years. This restarts annually, every year. So divide that by 12 and add that to your 30-year, and then plus your interest, whatever you put down, that obviously changes how much you're borrowing over the course of 30 years, but due to certain factors. But I just want you, just to make it clear, this divided by 12, this is divided by 30, okay? 30 years. This is divided by 12 months. This is divided by whatever 30 years times 12 is, which is 180 months, I think. Don't judge me, y'all. My mental math is a problem. I should check real quick. Hold up. Because I can't do this live and my mental math is like off. That's crazy. That's unacceptable. Okay. So we're looking at 30 years times 12 months. Oh, 360. My bad. Whoa, where did I get 180? 12 times 3 is definitely 36. Y'all, forgive me. My mental math, I'm rusty. That's why we have calculators. Don't judge me on that. So 360 months, okay? So $995 divided by 360, and then almost 14,000 divided by 12 months, okay? And that will give you what you're paying each month, minimum. Okay, so again, 5 beds, 4 baths, 1 half bath, brand new. They're saying it's a brand new home. It looks like they have 2 bedrooms on the first floor. Okay. So a lot of cool things going on in this house. Okay. Finished basement. All right, let's look at the stats. So went on the market May 12th and went under contract August 25th. So May, June, July, August, 3 months. And then September, October, November, December. So 7 months total to get it from listing to sold. But from August, September, October, November, December, 4 months. Less than 4 months to closing from under contract. Woo! 7 months. But they started 1.1, 1.2 almost. Okay, and they got it under contract for $995 because the seller obviously was trying to get out of here. Okay, 105 days on the market, so he had to be realistic. So, but still, somebody saw the value for that and closed on it. Okay, built 2022. That's such a huge flex. Okay, this is a brand new construction. If you're looking for brand new construction, this is what it looks like. Let us see. So you're looking at $995,000 for a 5-bedroom new construction. Period. This what y'all looking for? This is how much you got to pay for it. Okay? Almost $1 million. So there's the garage. That doesn't look rebuilt, but still looks like it's in very solid condition. This house is giving new. Okay? New. Backyard size is decent. Front yard side is decent. Has its own driveway. Okay? That's a very long driveway. Oh, look at how you get inside. The foyer is really high up. So they did say it was 2 stories. So if you see that back there, woo! Yeah. So this looks like the living room. Oh, look at that kitchen. It looks like it's the living room / kitchen way back there. Something to think about. Not sure where that area is. Let me see if I can see it in the pictures. Yeah, not sure where that area is. But look down here. This is giving central air, y'all. Central air. Okay, that's another rarity. This kitchen is nice. This is updated. With the farmhouse sink, stove, dishwasher. Okay, stainless steel appliances. Island with a nook. And an outlet. And it has task lights above it. Like, stop. Don't central air recess light. Stop. Look at these cabinets. Okay, with the glass open. Stop. Don't play with this house. Okay, so that looks like to be the living room dining area, because again it was like this one big area. So I'm guessing, I haven't been inside this house. Yeah, look at the door. So yes, so they have the living area here. Either way, this is workable. You can definitely do something with that space somehow, some way. It looks to be a bedroom. Looks pretty long. Not so wide, but long. But who knows? It's a picture. That looks like the master bedroom because the bathroom is back here. That looks to be some closets. Not sure which one is which. Okay. Those look like closet door handles, so they could all be closets. Okay, this looks like another bedroom. Okay. Again, they said they have 5 bedrooms. 2 primary bedrooms, so 2 bedrooms on the first floor. Okay, this is the basement. Updated, finished. What basement? How do you know it's a basement besides back here? How do you know? Lack of windows maybe, but how do you know? It's updated. Look at the floors. It's updated. Okay, that's how you know it's the basement. They need to cover that. But they probably covered it for the buyers. They probably asked for it. It's not something that a seller would say no to cover. It's not like a huge expense. Depending on the seller. Okay. This bathroom is nice. Updated. Another updated bathroom. Another updated bathroom. Yeah, they have 4 bathrooms. Okay, so this is the layout. Okay. Okay, y'all. So just to give you guys on average what's sold in December 2022. But yes, thanks so much for watching. If you watched, and again, if you need any help buying, selling, or even if you're a landlord looking to lease out your property, feel free to give me a call. Feel free to send me a message, okay? I am a licensed New York State realtor. Have been licensed for some years now. I've helped people buy properties, sell their properties, and also rent out their properties. So trust me when I say that I can definitely give you that second opinion. Because at the end of the day, it's free to talk to people. Make sure that you're getting as much information as possible. And that's really what I want to do here. I want to make sure that I'm at least able to help you, give you more information. Again, for me, it allows me to make sure I'm staying updated on the market. So even if it's not a market that I per se, I've covered in Westchester County, I've covered in Bronx, I've covered in Manhattan, I've done Brooklyn, I've done Queens, Nassau County, Suffolk County. I've helped people buy, sell, and rent over there. Okay, so those areas I'm more so able to service. Again, because it's so many different areas, and I have to like look into my database just to make sure I'm pulling the right information for you. But I definitely can help you. I'm familiar with the transaction, so I can give you some tips and tricks and some information. I have access to the database. So yeah, numbers, super important. I wish I could like just go in my head and tell me, but that's what computers are here for. And I definitely can pull up the information for you in ways that you may not be able to get this information, right? So that's what I'm here for. So if you have any questions regarding those type of transactions in New York State, in the areas I just told you about, call me, message me. I am here to help. I am here to help. Okay? Comment down below. Were you surprised about how much things sold for the condition? Are you looking to buy, sell, or rent in the near future? Are you... Just comment your feedback down below. Like, share with your friends, family. See what their thoughts are on the market. Because this is a discussion that we all need to be having. Because I can't tell you how many times just talking to people, especially because I know that I do this every day, so I'm seeing how the market has been changing in the different areas, because that's my homework. That's literally my homework. That's one of the things I have to do, right? So I'm literally watching the market change like over the last few years, and it's just really interesting to see that a lot of people don't really understand what's going on. So y'all gotta share this, because I want to be able to, we all on the same page when we talking, because you can't understand, like, how do I say this to make it sound nice? You can't seem to know the amount of people who are not aware of what's going on in the market, right? And it's like, this saves you time, so you know what exactly you're looking for, because this market is moving fast. At the end of the day, it's either, if it's moving slow, is because the seller wants what they want, and most times they get it, or damn near close to it, right? So, like, if this is to make sure that you're having a realistic conversation with yourself, to know where you stand in the market. It's about knowing where you stand in the market. You say you want to get somewhere, you want to move somewhere, you want to live somewhere, you got to know where what you can afford individually or as a family unit, It just needs to be discussed. Like, look what happened in Valley Stream. Literally prices have gone up since 2020. 100,000 in the last 2 years. Okay? From 545 last January 2021, I should say, to 640 December 2022. Okay? So this market is still growing, slowing down right now because of interest rates, but it doesn't mean that, in the next 10 years, obviously your property is going to appreciate in value. Imagine if you bought in the 80s. Like, these are crazy, astronomical. Like, real estate is always a good bet, but you just need to know where you stand in the market and understand what you need to do in order to acquire your dream property, whether it's renting it, whether it's buying it, whether it's investing in it. You need to know what you're getting yourself into. So spread this. If you know anybody who's looking to buy in the Valley Stream area, comment down below if there's a different area you are interested in knowing about. Depending on how many people want something, I could possibly do another video of it. But otherwise, I can definitely call you, set up a meeting where we can go more in depth on different areas. But you do have to be an active buyer, active seller, or a seller who's looking to sell within the next 30 to 90 days, or a landlord. And I can set up a one-on-one meeting. We can definitely go over what the market is looking like in wherever you have your property or properties, and I can definitely help you get that information. Just so you know, you're not either, if you're a seller, selling too low, or it's putting your property so high that it takes time, and sometimes time is money. So if you want to sell right where you're at in the market right then and there, you have to know what you're willing to get yourself into, so you know what you're doing, get in, get out when needed, depending on the condition of the market then, or if you're willing to wait to see what happens depending on the season, because depending on the time of the year, summertimes houses go like crazy because everybody and their mamas are outside. Wintertime, not so much, because people are like, oh, it's cold, I'm not really trying to go outside. Although I'm not gonna lie to you, global warming these last few years, if you know, it has been pretty decent winter so far in New York, in the city, in the boroughs. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm not gonna wood because I'm not sure how long that's gonna last, and I'm not trying to jinx it. But yes, depending on the time of year, depending on the weather, keeps people inside, keep people outside. You know what I'm saying? So houses can go slow or fast depending on the time of year. So depending on where you are, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, you need to know if you need to sell right then and there, you want to know what you can get then and there. If you are willing to wait, to test out the market, then you start where you want to start, because at the end of the day, doesn't mean a buyer, depending on the condition of the property, it may or may not go that quick. But if you're willing to take the time to do the price cuts, or depends on the strategy you're trying to go for to see if you can get what you can get. But at the end of the day, right, the market is the market, and buyers are going to buy what they feel is worth it. Period. Can't make that up. Can't change that. It is what it is for that. But yes, anywho, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below if you, again, all those things I mentioned before, because I don't want to go off on a tangent. And just let me know if there's any other areas that you're interested in. I'm going to go over some other areas, so you will see me a few times a week, daily. Not sure how often I want to do this yet, but yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I will be giving out more of these market updates because, again, like I said, it is super important that we all have these conversations. We're all on the same page to know where you stand on the market. And if what you're looking for is realistic and you have to adjust, that's usually the conversation. Making sure you're realistic and adjusting to match reality with your budget. So yeah, let me know your feedback down below. Comment any questions. And yeah, thanks for watching.